Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. So, if you didn't know, I have brought back tipping videos on my personal channel. I put it on there because I want to grow that channel, and I use that channel for traveling and also going to F1 races, and I post vlogs on there. But sometimes it's a dry period where I'm not traveling much or going to events much. That channel recently reached 1,000 subs when I was in Australia for Gather Round. I wanted something regular on there to keep the channel active instead of just letting it just be quiet for a few months. So I wanted to put something big on there, and that was the tipping videos. So I do tip every week over on that channel if you want to check it out. When the finals come around, I'm still going to load finals videos on this channel, but I might do a thing where I load my predictions for the finals on that channel and the rest of it over here. But yeah, this is Ladder Predictor. I'm going to put it on this channel and not on the personal channel. So just so you know, but I can also use this video to tell you that, hey, I do tipping videos again. They're on that other channel. They're not just short. It's a proper 10-minute video, or however long it is. It's normally 10 minutes when I record it. Not on purpose, it's just a coincidence. But there's every week there'll be a tipping video over there. Hopefully either Monday or Tuesday. If it's later than that, then there's something wrong, because it was on Thursday last week, but that's because I moved home, as you can see. Anyway, I wanted to see, because I saw this article earlier that was linked to me, and based on projections and predictions, Hawthorn could miss the 8s, which is very much possible. Why? Well, we have got to play Adelaide away, Brisbane away, and Collingwood. We have got 4 games left, and that's 3 of the games. The other game is Melbourne at the MCG. So it goes in the order of Adelaide away, then Collingwood, then Melbourne, then Brisbane at the Gabba in round 24. Ideally, in round 24, we want to play a Brisbane side that secured top 2 and not a team that needs to secure top 2. But because they lost to Gold Coast, this now becomes a bit more troublesome. The Giants beating Sydney is also an issue for us, because, well, it puts the Giants in a better position compared to us. If they lost that game, maybe there could have been something done about that. The Western Bulldogs are 2 wins behind us with a much better percentage. So if we lose 2, which is very much possible, the fixtures we have, and they win 2, they're going to overtake us, and they got an easier, more favourable fixture list. So there's an issue for us. And that Freo game that we lost a few weeks ago is going to be it might be very costly. I hope I'm wrong, but it could be very costly. And there's other losses this season that also could be very costly for us. But I've got ladder predictor right now for the last 4 rounds. And I want to see where Hawthorn end up. I'm going to tip with my head, not with my heart, on genuinely what I think will happen. So I tipped Bulldogs by 18 in my tipping video, so I'm going to check in with that one. The rest of them do margins, but I'm going to go Adelaide by 27. Unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong. Really do hope I'm wrong. Melbourne by 33 in that one. So this one, obviously Gold Coast, their results do affect us too. Gold Coast by 41, I reckon. That puts them into 5th. Sydney, Essendon, doesn't really matter for this video, but obviously we'll do it anyway. See where they finish. I think Sydney by 20 points. Collingwood, Brisbane. I tipped Brisbane in my tipping video, so I'll stick with it. Brisbane by 3 points. I don't think that really affects us anyway. I mean, yeah, no, it doesn't. Saints v North. Saints by 30 points. Geelong to beat Port by 60. Freo v Carlton. Freo by 15. I think that game will be closer than people think. Right, so this is where we get to round 22, where I've not actually tipped yet. Flipping Collingwood. Hawthorn Collingwood. I said I tipped with my head. Magpies by 10. Okay. I think Hawthorn will finish 9th based on like what I'm predicting. I just can't see going any other way. Geelong to smash Essendon. I know I could put a higher margin, but I'm sticking with what I just put there. Saints by 4 in a classic. Brisbane to beat Sydney by 29. Carlton to lose to Gold Coast by 7. Carlton can beat Gold Coast maybe. So that could be a swinging game, potentially. I might come back to that one. Port Adelaide v Freo. It's at Adelaide Oval. But I don't know if that means anything. Because obviously Freo losing would help us. Because we need the Bulldogs, Freo or Gold Coast ideally to lose. I don't think anyone else will drop down far enough, to be honest. Even the Giants, I don't think will drop that far. Even though they're, you know, they're not exactly far off us. Freo by 5. I go Freo by 5. I'm tipping with my head. Tipping with my head. Giants by 36. Melbourne Bulldogs by 39 in that one. So that drops us into 9th. Adelaide would smash them. Essendon, St Kilda by a goal. Freo Brisbane. Damn, that's huge. That's bloody huge. This could be anything. This could go either way. I'm going for the home win. Flipping out. Freo in 3rd, you know. Gold Coast v GWS. That's also a game. I know Western Bulldogs Freo is the last round as well. Oh my days. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of factors here. I'm giving the home advantage the win. 10 points. Carlton v Port. 18 points to Carlton, I reckon. Hawthorn v Melbourne. I think we can smash them. I'll go 45. That's the one game I'm confident on. Adelaide Collingwood. Adelaide to beat them in a thriller. 5 points. That get them the minor premiership, I believe. North Melbourne v Richmond. Draw. Screw it. Not that it matters anyway to what the point of this video. Geelong win this by 30 points. Western Bulldogs. Sorry? Yes. Bloody heck. Gold Coast by 32. Giants by 21. Hawthorn back in 9th. Adelaide by 52. Western Bulldogs Freo. Well, that Hawthorn not making the 8 then, based on that. Essendon, flipping heck, this could be anything. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who cares about this one? Boom. Brisbane Hawthorn. With my head. With my head. With your head, David. With your head. For flip's sake. I don't think this matters anyway. I'm going to go Port Adelaide to beat Gold Coast. Crazy prediction, I know, but Hinkley will go out with a bang on his very last game. Here's hoping. 20 points to Sydney here, I reckon. Okay. Okay, so now what? So based on my head, Hawthorn are missing out because I've not got us beating anyone except Melbourne. We have to beat one of the. So if we beat Collingwood, well, how does that change? Because Collingwood are beatable. Freo and Gold Coast did it. Flipping heck. Let's say you beat Collingwood. See, even that wouldn't be enough based on what I've tipped. So even if we beat one of the top 3 and everything else I predicted happens. Oh my days. What the fuck? You're telling me we can win one of those 3 games and still not make the 8? We need to win 3 out of 4, or we need other results to go our way. We need other results to go our way. Oh my days. Okay. What could change? What could change? Realistically, we're being realistic, okay? We're not going to say North will beat GWS because that's not going to happen. Could Carlton beat Gold Coast? Gold Coast lost to Richmond at Marvel, didn't they? They lost to Richmond at Marvel, I think. That was Gold Coast, right? That still doesn't put flipping. We're still ninth. We're still ninth, mate. So this is with us beating Collingwood and Gold Coast losing to Carlton, by the way. Right. Right, Freo Brisbane, you know, that could change some things. What if the Lions win in Perth? So we would need a lot to swing our way. We would need a lot to swing our way. What else affects us directly? The Dogs owners to West Coast. I know they did that a few years ago, but it won't happen this time. Port v Gold Coast. I even tipped Port to beat Gold Coast as well in this extravagant prediction. So Western Bulldogs Freo. Okay, so even if I change that, Freo will be back in the 8. Okay, I think we get the idea. We need a lot to swing in our direction. Somebody help me with this. Somebody come up with a realistic scenario where the Hawks make the 8. Because the way I see it, first of all, I thought, oh, we got to beat Melbourne. We have to win that. Just like we had to beat Port and Carlton last 2 rounds. But we also have to beat one of the top 3. And we're playing all 3 of them. But apparently, if we beat one of the top 3 and beat Melbourne, we still could finish 9th. We still need other results to swing our way in a significant way. Are we doomed? After all this, Hawks not going to play finals? Somebody please put my mind at rest. Somebody please. Somebody write down in the comments a realistic, by the way. I don't want to see, oh, North are going to beat GWS by 90 points. That's not realistic. They're not going to beat GWS by any amount of points. So think of a realistic... Do this, let it predict yourself if it helps you. Unless you can do it in your head. Think of a realistic way the Hawks are making the 8. Because I just realised that we can win 2 games and still not make it. So now I've got a headache. This whole thing is flipping. These flat track bullies over here are gonna make it over us because they got that percentage. I'm not. What are you waiting for? An outro? I'm not doing an outro. I'm under too much stress. It's 2:51 in the morning. Okay, I got work tomorrow. I gotta go to bed. Piss off.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're